So what if your concrete driveway or patio cracks? It's a fair question because all concrete cracks. There's actually an old saying in the industry, two things are guaranteed with concrete. It will get hard and it will crack. So in this video, we're going to quickly break down why cracks happen, what to expect when you see them, and what experienced contractors do to manage them. Now, there are two main reasons concrete cracks. The first reason has to do with what happens as the concrete mix dries. When concrete is first poured, it has a lot of water in it to help it flow and settle. And as the water evaporates, the concrete naturally pulls in a bit on itself, kind of like a sponge drying out. And when that happens, small hairline cracks can form. It's completely normal and just part of how concrete cures and hardens over time. The second reason concrete cracks is due to temperature changes. When it's hot outside, concrete expands and it tightens up when it's cold. And then over time, that movement puts stress on the concrete slab and the cracks form. Here's the truth. You'll probably see cracks from day one, but in most cases, they're just cosmetic and not structural. This is just how concrete behaves. And so because it's impossible to prevent concrete from cracking, the good news is experienced contractors and you can actually control where most of the cracks occur. So you know those lines you see every few feet on sidewalks? There are these things called control joints that are used to control where cracks happen. It's like folding a piece of paper. If you start ripping the paper at the fold, the tear will most likely follow that crease. That's exactly what control joints do for concrete. So cracks will most likely form where they're supposed to. Most of the time, cracks stay inside those joints, but concrete doesn't always follow the plan. And in Wisconsin, the more harsh the winter is, that's when more cracking can occur. But this is why reinforcement matters. A properly reinforced driveway keeps everything locked together. So even if cracks appear, they won't widen and shift or become a tripping hazard. The sad reality is that some contractors actually skip reinforcement altogether just to save themselves money. And that's when you see driveways and patios with big uneven cracks, and these get worse over time and become a real structural issue. Now, while no one can promise a crack-free driveway, there are three things that experienced contractors and you can do to reduce the chances of random cracks forming. And these tie into some of the things we've already talked about. The first thing that experienced contractors can do to reduce the chances of random cracks forming is a solid gravel base, which is underneath the concrete. So if the ground underneath isn't compact and stable, the concrete can flex under heavy weight and that leads to cracks. But a properly prepped base helps prevent that. The second thing they can do is placing control joints where they need to go. The more frequently they are, it's more likely that cracks stay inside of them. And third, and this one applies more so for the homeowner, when there's freezing temperatures, water can be concrete's worst enemy. And if downspouts dump water next to your driveway or your yard slopes toward it, that water can freeze, expand, and put pressure on the slab, and that increases the risk of cracking. So here's the bottom line. Cracks in concrete are completely normal. But as long as your driveway or patio is properly reinforced, those cracks are almost always cosmetic, not structural. Hopefully this clears up some of the confusion about concrete cracking. If you're planning a new driveway or patio and you're ready to get a free estimate based on your specific needs, just click the link below to book a free 15-minute consultation now. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.